Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Valentine's Day lovey-dovey edition of Grain of Salt. You're actually like dressed for this.
I know.
Like I didn't get the memo.
I honestly didn't do it on purpose. This is like
You should
one of
take
the
credit
only.
for. You have enough hearts on your boob.
I know. This was like one of the only clean shirts I had. So
Me every day. This week, we're trying something a little bit different. You may have noticed if you follow our Instagram that we did not prompt any submissions to be submitted for this week's episode.
Oh, no.
And you guys are like, oh my God, they already forgot about us. Like, they're going to cancel the whole podcast. We're here.
Don't worry.
You're seeing us. We're alive and well. Well, that's debatable. But yeah, so we're trying something a little bit different. This week, we came up with the topic on our own, and I think we're gonna switch, if this works out, to doing viewer submissions once a month, because once a week we talked about it and it felt a little bit too frequent, and I just think it'd be better overall.
Yeah, and a little bit not forced, but like sometimes we're like, oh, we want to talk about this.
Yeah. Oh my God, sorry, I just burped. I tried to pass that as like, but it didn't work.
It's okay.
But yeah, this is our fucking podcast, and you need to just mind your own business.
Fuck you.
In conclusion. But this week, with Valentine's Day coming up, it wasn't even planned. We were just like, oh my God, Valentine's Day is also coming up. We're talking about love languages. Mm-hmm. So in this episode, we are going to talk about what we think our love languages are. And we're going to take a quiz live on the fucking podcast. And those quizzes are like, they get accurate. Like as far as, well,
the BuzzFeed one.
Yeah. I don't know how accurate it's going to be. I meant to say that they have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So they dive kind of deep into our senses. We were just talking about how the 5 love languages are like the senses.
Yeah.
Like touch, taste. What are the 5 senses?
Sight, right?
Sight, touch, taste, sight, hearing, and God, I don't know.
That's it.
I feel like whenever there's a list of 5 things, I always forget one, and then I
Yeah.
spend like a year trying to figure it out. But anyways, so we're going to look up a love language quiz here and take it for you guys. Do you have your phone? Okay,
yeah.
you do have your phone. Okay.
No, I left it.
Oh, but we should predict what we get first.
Oh, yeah.
But first and foremost, if you guys are not familiar with what love languages are, that is totally okay, but you totally just exposed that you're single and you're a loser. The 5 love languages, which there may be as many as 7, if like varying opinions or whatever, but we have 5 here. And they're essentially the way you act in romantic relationships to express your love to your person. And the first one is words of affirmation. So just constantly reassuring the other person, you're doing a great job. I care about you, yada, yada, yada. Acts of service. So less words, more action, which is good. Gift giving is also one of them. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. You're just giving gifts. Number 4 is quality time. So no acts of service, no words. You're just fucking sitting there and being a lazy ass bitch. And physical touch. As I mentioned, we're going to try to predict what we think. Because, okay, essentially, one of these is supposed to stick out to you. Obviously, all of those things are enjoyable, but there's apparently supposed to be one of those 5 that really resonates with you and how you like to receive love. But I think based on the quiz, it's going to be what we are giving out. But we can talk about which ones we like to receive and which ones we like to give. Yeah. What do you think, Miss Melisa Estrada? What do you think? We'll start with giving. Yeah. Which one, if you had to choose one, words of affirmation, acts of service, gift giving, quality time, physical touch, which one resonates with how you give love the most?
I feel like for me, it's a lot of like gift giving. I feel like, or honestly, like I can't really choose one because
that's how I felt. I watched a video on it the other night.
Because I was like, I feel like gift giving is definitely one, and the fuck was the other one? Oh, physical touch. I definitely like that's how I like to like show like
affection. Yeah. Okay. If you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
Physical touch.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't obviously have to be, like, inappropriate, but, like, even, like...
No, that's so true. Like, like, it literally could be anything.
Yeah, because, like, when I'm driving...
Little piggy went to market.
Yeah. Just playing with
That's a little bit of a fetish.
God. But I don't know, like when I'm driving I like to have my hand on like her thigh or like I'll like be like rubbing her head or like even just holding hands. But
we should also say we are, just for background, we're both currently in relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
She has a boyfriend and I have a girlfriend. And Fernalisa is
Fernalisa.
What's like the guy version of
Fernanda?
Rachel's name? Fernanda?
Yeah.
But what's the guy version of Rachel's name?
Oh.
Like Raymond?
Yeah, probably.
That's funny. But yeah, so we definitely, have recent knowledge of how we give our love. So yay. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yay.
I hope you still get chocolate covered strawberries. Regardless.
Those are my favorite.
Oh, those are like yummy.
I love those.
We passed a little stand yesterday that was selling them and
oh really?
kept driving. So
Fuck you, Fern.
I was the one driving, so I guess that's my fault.
He doesn't drive.
Oh my god, we tried kava though yesterday, not to get off topic, but kava is so good. It's
it
like
coffee?
a what?
What is it?
It's like a Mediterranean chipotle.
Oh.
Like you can build your own bowl, or they have like chef curated, like pre-selected ingredients, and I got some, like the first one, it was like a date something, which like does not sound up my alley.
Yeah.
And I added one thing, it was like their yogurt dill dressing, and it was really good. And
I feel like you've been exploring a lot of different things lately because
that's
of Fern.
Oh my god, that's
and it's honestly
really
because of him.
That is really weird that you say that.
Yeah.
Because I just texted him this morning and I said, thank you for putting on that movie last night, because I feel like that was you looking out for me in terms of going out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Literally, dead ass this morning, I text him that and you say
really?
that. That's really weird that you say
Me
that.
and Rachel were talking about it because when we got the onigiri at the Sunset Market.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
oh my
I
god.
was like,
we almost went.
really?
Because I was like, I want some of that.
Oh my god. But that time she was like, does he always like eat like different foods like that? I was like, honestly, not really. Like he's he's a chicken strips like
Cane's.
yeah. I was like, chicken nuggets, chicken strips.
Box
that's his
combo,
thing.
no slaw, extra onigiri.
Yeah. Like, so she was like, oh, that's really weird. I was like, honestly, he's been like doing that lately, like even with the music stuff, because obviously you never really listened to music before. I was like in the car and stuff.
Yeah, I have gotten like back into like more of talk radio, but I feel like I listen to music more now for sure, in different types. But like when we first started dating, like I added like, which I don't really listen to those songs anymore because I'm like, oh, those aren't really my jam. But like I added a number of songs to my liked songs, and like he's definitely influenced me, and I hope that it goes hand in hand. But there's been a lot of new things that I've tried, or things in my life that I'm doing more now. That he is part of my life. So it's really interesting to see like someone's effect, like once you like are around them for a certain amount of time. It's like the thing about like you become the 5 people you surround yourself with most, and it's like cool, like and it's really interesting to see that transition happen. And I'm sure you saw that with Rachel, like
oh yeah, for sure.
In what ways?
I don't know, I feel like she also like makes me try and do stuff because she's like literally eats like everything, and I was very much like I have certain like foods that I don't, or like vegetables that I don't really eat depending on how they're cooked. But like I mean, I had pho for the first time, which is not really like that different, I guess, but I was like I don't like trying new things. I like to be very like, I know what I like and this is what I like, so I'm not going to try anything else.
Right.
So the first time I tried that was so delicious. And then we went to pho like every week, at least twice, which was crazy.
Because you liked it so much.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, I mean, I don't know, just the way she is too. I mean, you know her. So it's like, it definitely rubs off on people. Like, even when you're with her, like, I feel like in general, if you're around her, like, it kind of like sticks to you.
Like being more adventurous?
No, like, just the way she's like outgoing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely like...
Yeah, it makes you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, because she's so comfortable with literally everybody.
Yeah. Oh my God, Rachel's an angel.
Yeah.
We absolutely love her. She's so funny, and it seems just so effortless.
I know, literally.
Like she has incredible comedic timing. She's just great.
No, yeah. And like I felt like she's definitely helped me be more comfortable with myself too.
Aww.
Because I feel like she's very like, oh, like who cares? Like they're just some random stranger that's gonna see you out in the street.
Yeah.
Like do whatever you want. Like it doesn't matter. And like I'm still like very cautious of what I do, and I feel like I push that on her sometimes, when then she gets a little like, dude, like it literally doesn't matter. But I've definitely like started to come out of my shell a lot more than before.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Thanks.
Of
so
Rachel.
Awesome. Yeah. Not me.
Yesterday, I picked him up, and I had like felt very like on the drive down there. I was kind of antsy in the apartment, and it was like when I drove down to get him, that was like the first time I went out of the apartment for the day. And I remember feeling like very calm, like very zen. And that's the word I used. Like when I told him about it, I was like, I feel very like zen.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's good. And like, I've never, not necessarily saying it's because of him, but like, I've never felt that before. And I feel like he is very, like, he has such an interesting mindset, and like he's always talking about philosophy and the like inner workings of life, and I feel like that's obviously like rubbing off on me because he talks about it so much.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, it's just something that I'm grateful for, and I feel like he's just like level-headed in such a way that it's like calming,
crazy.
But he's also like, there's also this excitement about he's fun and all that, so it's like a great mix. But yeah, so that's a little introduction into our love lives. So that was giving, right? Okay, so and you settled on physical touch.
Yeah.
Receiving, which one do you like to receive most?
Physical touch also.
Really? It's the
Yeah.
same. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, not to trauma dump once again, but like I
the
feel
bathroom's
like,
over there.
Yeah. But I feel like when I was younger, I definitely had like a lot of people around me, and it was like very like affectionate. But I feel like the more I grew up, it like kind of stopped.
Oh.
So I feel like having that, even like when my mom like, or like my dad like rub my shoulders or like tap me on the back, I'm just like, ugh, that it like feels weird for some reason.
Currently.
Coming from them, yeah. But like when it's like coming from Rachel, like it's like different. Like I don't know, it just gives a different vibe.
Was your dad one to give you physical affection when you were younger, and he was one of the people that it kind of dwindled over time, or has he just never done it?
No, he definitely spent a lot of time with me. It wasn't very much like physical touch. I feel like physical touch was mostly like my grandma and my mom. But I feel like my dad, it was always like, oh, like let's go to the backyard and play with the ball, or like.
And so he just recently started kind of like touching your shoulder or whatever.
Yeah, like when he comes home, like he'll like kiss me on the cheek and stuff, and we'll do the same, but like it doesn't feel genuine.
Oh, really?
Which is really weird. Because I mean, I know they love me and stuff, so I'm just like, I don't know why it feels weird.
So you think it is genuine, but it doesn't feel genuine?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like even from my mom sometimes, but like sometimes like I'll go up and hug her, and like you can tell like either she needed the hug or I needed the hug, and like it feels like nice, you know? But like that's like once like every like 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it's very like scarce, you know, like around the year. But
that's still good though, because I feel like a lot of people don't hug their parents at all.
Yeah. And I mean, like I talk to my mom about stuff, so like not like super deep into my life, but like I'll tell her like, oh yeah, that you remember this person, like this is like, I'll just gossip with her. But like besides that, I won't really, like my personal life, I kind of keep that out of the way. Yeah,
I keep that from my mom mainly. And my dad, I'm pretty darn open with.
Yeah.
Not to throw anyone under the bus, but that's just like how I think the cookie crumbles or whatever you want to talk about. Sure. Yeah, and I think you bring up an interesting point of love languages. We did say earlier that they, romantic relationships, but I think it goes beyond that. It can be how you show your love to your family, your friends, etc. I'm very big I love you person. Like I'll say that to people. I'll say that to you. I'll say that to Ariana. I say that to Fern. I say that to my mom. I say it to my dad. I feel like people don't like always say I love you. Do you say I love you to your parents?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
If they said I love you, would you say it back though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they ever do that?
Do what?
Do they say I love you to you?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
No,
I think there's
yeah.
a lot of like people have an opinion that there's like an underlying like, of course I love you, which is good.
Yeah.
However, if one of your love languages is receiving words of affirmation, it can feel really good when they say it back or initiate it.
Yeah. I just like spending time with my parents. Like I feel like with them, like it's very much just like my mom's going to this like grocery shopping, like, okay, like I'll go with you. Or like,
quality time. Like it does not have to be like fucking like picnic or like going to the fair, or going to the movies. Like it can literally just, I've been using this phrase a lot, and it's like living life in conjunction with one another. And Fern like was pretty darn good about remembering that. Like we went to Michael's the other night, and like I remember he mentioned it when we got back into the car, and I was like, yeah, I love that stuff. Like come get fucking gas with me. Like literally, like that shit is so fun. Like it does like, not to even mention the financial aspect of it. Like well, gas isn't a good example, but like if you're always looking to like do something, like that's gonna burn a hole in your pocket real quick. So like tomorrow we're going to the grocery store, and we're gonna like cook up some meals so that we can save on like, because yesterday we went to coffee, it was $40 fucking dollars. Like oh my god. I think the drinks, I think they added like $10, because I remember seeing the total was like 29 something, and then like I go to fill up our drinks and he was like, that was $40. And I was like, what? How did it get to $40? But yeah, we got a bowl, a pita wrap for him, and then pita chips on the side and 2 large drinks. It's $40. That's kind of expensive.
Yeah, I think like everything just now is just crazy.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Literally, that's like all I hear people talking about right now. Is like, y'all seen the price of eggs recently? I'm like, no. But Reese's cups, those have inflated. My breakfast. Oh my God. I always have those on hand for him. Those Reese's like miniature cups.
Oh my God.
Ooh, it's so cute.
That's funny. I have like a little box with like Rachel's stuff.
Aww.
Like she leaves like clothes and stuff, or like she lets me borrow it, and I just keep it, and then she'll like come over, and she'll come like after work. She's like, oh, do you have something I can change into? I was like, actually, I have like half of your closet here.
But are like, you guys like the same size with?
Yeah, usually.
Interesting.
Yeah, she likes baggier clothes. She likes baggier clothes too in general. So like, I don't know. I like it too, but it just depends on my mood.
You are one to pull off baggy clothes too.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm jealous, because like I feel like when I wear baggy clothes, I look so fat.
That's what I feel
which
like.
Isn't a bad thing, whatever. But like, it just
for yourself.
For myself, like I feel like I generally like these pants are pretty darn tight.
Yeah.
I don't wear baggy socks.
Baggy
socks. Kind of baggy, but I generally go for like tighter stuff, but it's such a fine line, because if it's too tight, like
you can
see all
everything.
my rolls.
No, yeah, for sure. I like to like a medium like size, like between like large and extra large, because I feel like that's where I am at.
Yeah, because a lot of men's shirts too, like when the sleeves are big, and like they go down to fucking like my elbow, and it's a short sleeve shirt, and I'm like, this looks so ugly. And like I'm really big on necklines. Like you remember, like we went to TJ Maxx, like the 4 of us, we've gone on a few double dates. We're going on another this Thursday. But we were in TJ Maxx, and he was like, we were like trying to like give the other person this item. I forgot what it was. It was like a face mask or something, and trying to like sneak it into the other like person's like possession. And at one point he like pulled the neckline of my shirt, and I was like, oh, like I hate when people, like I love when the necklines on my shirts are tight. And I think it was already kind of like stretched out, but like it got more stretched out, and I was like, and like now I can't wear that shirt anymore, because like I think whenever like there's a stretched out neckline, I think it looks so ugly. Like
It does.
It looks so like
Yeah.
it's like wavy. I can't do it. Like
yeah, I
absolutely
did
not.
that to this one a little bit because when I put deodorant on, sometimes I go from the top, so I like
My
stretch
deodorant.
it. Yeah. I went under this time. But like especially with like tighter ones.
Yeah, I cannot do that. I have to
Yeah.
like I cannot have a shirt on when I put deodorant on.
Yeah. But then sometimes I hate that because if I'm wearing a black shirt and then I put it on, it rolls up and then there's like I use the chalk ones usually because
Chalk.
like the powder ones.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, not chalk powder. But I like those better. I mean, I don't know. I sweat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of
So
hard
do
for me
I.
to find like a good one and I stink.
Apparently, like the more you work out, the more your body's conditioned to not sweat.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly. Because like I had like pit stains, and Fern was like, "Oh, I don't get those because I like work out consistently." And I was like, "What?" Like,
What the fuck does that mean?
I guess like your body just gets conditioned to like not sweat as easily.
That's weird.
Yeah, I had never heard that.
You really have
before.
to push yourself to like sweat? Is that like the thing?
Me?
No, like that's like the point of the like stopping sweat like from doing like regular stuff because you
Yeah,
work out and you're like forcing yourself.
I guess so.
Maybe.
Maybe you're like using up all of your sweat.
Yeah.
But like I don't really know the science behind it. I think it's just like your body's more, I don't know, like
Yeah.
regulated to where it doesn't sweat in like normal situations. Cause like I could stand still like for 8 hours and like by the end of it I'd have like an hour even, and I'd have like pit stains. And I hate it. That's why I wear like dry fit shirts all the time.
Yeah.
Especially like if they're darker colors. Cause like, oh, like there are like some pictures where
Yeah.
like I have like major sweat stains and I'm like, that
God.
looks so ugly. Like I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
But anyways,
off topic, but-
okay, so you said physical touch was your giving and
Yeah.
receiving. Okay, giving for me, oh, it's hard. It's really hard to choose one.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation, I definitely do. Acts of service, I'd say I do. Gift giving, yes. Quality time and physical touch, yes.
Which one do you like more though? Like, or that you see yourself doing a lot more than the others?
I feel like words of affirmation is maybe the one because I find myself having to like be like, okay, chill. Because like anyone would get like annoyed with like constant like texts of that, even though it's such a positive thing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's such a constant push for me to like do that. It's just like because I have like a passion for writing and stuff too, so
Yeah.
it's like I just like writing out shit. And especially when it's like about Fern, I'm like, oh, like even
Yeah.
like little moments. I'm like even the movie thing. I'm like, oh, I appreciated that. Like that's words of affirmation
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. So yeah, acts of service. I think everyone does those in relationships.
Yeah.
I'm not giving gifts all the time. Quality time is also kind of just a given for both of us. And physical touch, that too. So I feel like it's either words of affirmation or physical touch, but I think I would choose words of affirmation
Yeah.
because I think I'm doing that all the time. And so I was giving. Receiving, I do love a word of affirmation or
Really?
words.
Just one word.
Acts of service. I do feel like that's a big one of his is acts of service. And he's said that before. Like it makes me think of like one of the first times he was, well, actually it wasn't one of the first times, but it was that 5 days he was here. And like the first morning I came out from getting ready and he had made breakfast. And I was like,
That's so cute.
that is, it's like adorable.
Yeah.
But that's obviously an act of service. He's not a gift giver. Like he'll like, I think he did it for Christmas and then hopefully for Valentine's Day, which we set a budget for Valentine's Day.
you did?
Yeah, we're like going about it more smartly this time.
Dang.
Quality
didn't.
time. What?
I said I did it.
Well, you're a gift giver.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like I don't know where I get this. I swear I like pull money out of my ass or something because I'm like, there's no way I
The
have this
IRS
much
is
money
like,
to.
You're the one that, like, has been taking out all these loans.
Literally, but I'm just like, I don't know where I get this money from, but I get it, and I will pay for stuff for her, and I will get her everything she wants.
Which corner is yours on the street?
I wish I had a fucking corner. I'd probably have more money.
Like, I'd have more gifts to give.
Yeah, exactly.
In more ways than one. Oh, that would be a good TikTok. I can like feel it already. Okay, yeah. Receiving. I'm gonna say quality time for receiving. I think that's a big one for me.
I feel like quality time for me, like, it's like good, but I like my space.
Yeah.
I like my
Don't get me wrong. I definitely do too. I just think it's a big. It's something I like. I think of quality time as in like we don't have to be doing anything stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like if we're just sitting on the couch together, like it's fun to do stuff and whatnot. But I think I value that like just like geographical closeness, like being in the same room together, like, or even if he's in a separate room, like just knowing I'm like close to him, I feel like I value that more than the average person might.
Yeah, I don't know. I like sitting on my bed or like just laying down, and then we'll be just like watching TikToks.
Yeah,
like that's the majority of the time. That's what we really do when we're alone. Yeah,
isn't that fun?
Yeah, I love it.
I feel like it's very underrated.
Yeah, and even if we're not, like, sometimes we'll like watch it on her phone, and then sometimes like she'll stop and then she'll just turn over, and then I'll turn to my other side, and then we'll watch it like separately on each other's phones, but we're still like together.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like sometimes I feel like I get like overstimulated, like if I'm out and then we go home, I'm just like, I just need to be alone. But
that's your way of decompressing.
Yeah.
The TikToks or like being in a separate room.
No, like being like together, just watching TikTok separately, because I'm just like, I know she's here, but I can have like my own peace of mind. Like I have my own little space, and I'm like in my little world on my iPhone.
Right.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's how and I feel like she notices when I start getting like
burnt out.
Yeah. Because we were out with her mom and in San Diego, and I felt like I started feeling like, okay, I want to go. Like but it was barely like 4, and I mean we had been out since like 1, but I was still like, usually we go out for longer, but I think because we were with her mom, like, and we were around a lot of people,
like routine.
Yeah, and so I was kind of like, oh, okay, like whatever, and we were just walking around, and she's like, oh, like we can go if you want, and I feel like her mom too was like out of it too, and she was like, we can go, like it's fine.
The mom said that?
Rachel.
Oh, okay.
And then so we were like, okay, yeah, and I was driving her car, and so I was like, yeah, and then I feel like she knew, and she just like turned up the music, and she just like fell asleep, and then I just had to like, I was like, okay, focus on the road, I'm fine. But I feel like that's she knows when I start like getting a little bit antsy but yeah, I don't know, I feel like she definitely tries to give me my own space, even though she's like, give me attention.
Yeah, there was a dinner I went to the other day, and like I felt really like burnt out afterwards. And it's an important thing to keep tabs on, because like it's the whole thing of like you can't pour from an empty cup or whatever, so you have to like, and oh my god, I literally just watched a video from Oprah on this yesterday. Like it was like 10 minutes like to start your day or whatever, and it was talking about like you can't pour from an empty cup, and like just you really have to prioritize yourself and your needs so that you can give to other people, because like, and I think we all have like our own version of moments where we think back and be like, oh yeah, I was really burnt out in this, and my like I hadn't texted him for a few hours, and like I had missed messages from him during the dinner, so afterwards I went to text him, and I ended up tearing up multiple times about this later that night, because I feel like I was not like really engaged in the conversation, and I like explained it to him the next day. I was like, oh, you know, I just felt like I wasn't like in it, and it was like he had said something about going to Catalina and doing a vlog, and I feel like I like expressed excitement about it, but I feel like I was just kind of out of my little zone.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to respond to him, so I was like, where's that balance? And I think it's just important to keep tabs on, like, for me, it's big to sometimes with certain people be in a group setting or just depending on the day. Like this was a one-on-one, like 4 hours straight of talking. And it's like, that's a lot. Like depending on who it is, depending on the day, depending on, you know, there's different factors, but yeah, just something I thought of.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. The other day I was feeling really weird and I told Rich, I was like, you know, like I'm not in the bestest of moods right now. Like
this is where communication comes in
and I
really
was like,
handy.
I don't know what's wrong, but I just don't feel like I'm in my head right now. Like I feel like I'm out somewhere, like roaming around, like I don't understand. And then she was like, oh, like it's okay, like I love you, like I'm here for you, like if you need anything. And like she called me and she was like trying to get me like in a better mood, but I still like I was just like, it's like not the time right now to, I don't know, I just don't feel like I'll be laughing and stuff like right now. And she was like, oh, okay, like we can just watch TikToks. And I mean, we watched TikToks for like an hour or two. And I was just like, I still don't feel good. Like, I don't know what else to do. So we just fell asleep. And then the next day I went to go see her. And I don't know, like I was just like laying on her bed and she was doing her makeup to get ready. And then she was like, come over here. And she likes me to be like near her when she's doing that. And I was like, I just really like want to lay down by my. She was like, no, like just come over here. And I was just like sitting on the chair, like outside of her bathroom door, and just watching her do her makeup. And then she comes over and she just hugs me, and I just like break down. Like
really?
I don't know like what was wrong, but it was like I felt like lost for some reason. It was really weird. But like once I hugged her, like it just kind of all like went away. And it was
that is
crazy.
So cute. Stop.
Yeah, and
not
I
that you broke
like,
down, but like wow, that's
and I was
like
just
powerful.
like crying like in her arms, and she likes to look at my face, and I hate people look at my face when I'm crying. So I'm just like no, yeah, literally. And she just kept pulling my face up. I was like, please, like I just like dug my head into her chest, and I was just hugging her. But
God.
yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't know. She always makes me feel like good, like okay. And like sometimes I get frustrated with her. Obviously, I feel like every relationship. Yeah. But then at the end, I'm just like, I mean, she's not doing this to annoy me. Yeah. Like she's trying to help me.
Yeah. But I think it's a powerful thing when like even if you get annoyed by somebody, you know that their intentions are good. Yeah. And it's like, that is it's something that is like, I value a lot because I know like, yeah, like you were saying, like any relationship, there are moments and we've certainly had a handful of those where like, it's like, I don't know, you just kind of get, there's more tension, I guess you could say. But like if they made a mistake, like, that's just like how you learn. Like everyone needs to be teachable. And that's like a big thing for me that I heard recently. Obviously like it's something that like I knew before, but like to be teachable and like realize that you don't know everything. And as long as like you take those lessons and put the resolution into play, like it's like, okay, great. Like, and I think that's a big indicator of like, okay, his intentions are good. And it's like, the communication again is like where you can be like, oh, I didn't really like this. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was one of the first few times that I've really like communicated with her because I'm very much like, I'm just like, I'm not in a good mood and I won't like tell her what I'm just like, I'm not in a good mood. Like it's fine. Like whatever, like just get over it. And she'll be like trying to like make me laugh and stuff. And I'm just like, dude, like stop. And I it's honestly like on me when I do that because I'm just like pushing her away more and more. And then she gets upset because she can't help me. And I think this was one of the first times that I was like, you know, like I honestly don't know what's wrong, but I just need you right here. Aww. And I feel like it definitely felt a lot better later too because by the end of the day, if I didn't do that, it would have been like an argument or something. Like it would have not turned out good. So
it's not good to bottle things up.
So I'm just like, I'm glad I did that because it, I feel like for me, that was a step into getting better, like at communicating because that's my, like one of my issues in relationships. But yeah.
Wow. I love communication. I think it's like
I feel like you're way better at it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Fern and I have strong communication.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think there are still moments where like it's sometimes hard to bring something up, and and I think that's just a given. Even if you are like supposedly strong at it, you'll run into situations where it's like, oh, this is like hard. But like it's again like when you've seen those past instances of like, you know, he's been understanding, he validates my feelings, this and that. It does make it easier, but in the moment, it oddly enough, like it doesn't feel that much easier to bring something up because it's still like just like nerve wracking. I don't know. And you're so caught up on like that one situation, at least for me. But and I think like it kind of like you just like rip it off like a Band-Aid, and then it's like you kind of have that like sigh of relief, and it's like, okay, like it went the way I knew it would go, but for like whatever reason I just got hung up on it. So I think that's something that we're constantly doing and like working that muscle of communication, which I definitely appreciate that he reciprocates in that way. Like even working on like like we were talking about money stuff yesterday, and it's like communication, obviously you're talking about so many different things where like communication is the opposite of bottling stuff up, as long as it's, you know, like being genuine and whatnot. So I think that's a good thing to be strong in and always working on.
Yeah. And I think I saw something, I can't remember where it was, but it was like, if the question starts like with what if, like that's your subconscious, like don't think about it like that. Like if you really are like questioning it, just talk about it, because you're not going to know the outcome. Like you're just making up like scenarios in your head that probably are not even true. And for like, I think like a week ago or two, I would think it was a week ago, I was like really stressed about like money and stuff. And like when I saw that post, I was like, does it like really matter though? Like I have my parents, like they'll help me out if I really need it. Like I can talk to other people that can help me financially or like advise me financially too.
Yeah. It's like if you were really to run into that situation that you're scared of, like you probably dealt with worse in the past where you just kind of dealt with it like when the time came. Yeah. Whereas like there's so many situations that you could think of that are like what ifs that like if you go from one to the next, it's like you're never going to stop overthinking.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, I just need to get it over with. And so like I was talking to people, and it kind of like it eased my mind, and then I was like, okay, like everything was fine. And I was talking to Rachel about it too. She's like don't stress about it, like it's gonna be okay, like don't worry about it. And then like I told her, I was like, oh, like I guess it's gonna be fine, like, and she's like, I told you, like you're just worrying for no reason. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I guess.
There was a quote that he sent me, I think it was yesterday. Yeah. He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary. Yeah. I think that like totally aligns with, you know, what you're saying. And I think that is a really powerful thing to carry. Yeah. Because it's like, just like, it's the whole saying of like, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Like, of course it is good to like sometimes think about the future, but when it gets to a certain point, it's like, this isn't productive anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's, because of that, I've learned like how to control my anxiety a little bit more, because I'm just like, it's not even here yet. Why am I worrying about it? Like, there's no reason for me to be thinking about 5 years in the future. Like, you know, like, so I'm just like, okay, just live right now. Like, get through the day. Yeah. Then you just wake up and do it again.
Yeah. That's 5 years is a while. Too. Yeah. And like, if this goes for everybody, like you could be dead in 5 years. Like, who knows? So it's like, why, like, again, like, good to have a plan, whatnot, but like to a certain extent, because like, if you're like diving into 5 years from now, it's like it can get really quickly unhealthy.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what I do. And Rachel's the one that helps me a lot with this too, because she's like, why does it matter? Like, you're not there yet. Like, it's still going to be so long, and who knows, your life can change in like between today and tomorrow. Like, it doesn't matter.
Between now and the next second.
Yeah. So she's just like, just relax. Like, it's fine. Like, everything's going to be okay. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Living in the present moment.
Yeah.
Very good. This quiz, if you guys want to take it for yourselves, is 5lovelanguages.com. It's their love language quiz. It says for couples, singles, teens, and children.
Weird.
My love language is animal crackers.
Literally.
My love language is giving goldfish. Take this quiz to discover your primary love language. 1. What it means and how you can use it to better connect with your loved ones. When you are finished, you may print, share, or save your results for future reference. They will not be saved automatically.
Damn.
Interesting disclaimer.
I know.
Could we not have just offered to save them automatically?
Literally.
We could just screenshot them. This is something that I'm realizing as we're filming this episode is like, it really is not just romantic relationships. Like your love languages and how you express it, like it goes, I feel like it could honestly go all the way down to like how you treat strangers. Like, like not like that you go up and you're like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
But like maybe to a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like how anyone you show love to.
Yeah.
The first question is, how do you describe yourself? I'm an adult, I'm a teenager, or I'm taking the quiz for my child. I am an adult.
Yes, for sure.
How do you describe yourself? I'm in a relationship or single.
Relationship. It's more meaningful to me when I receive a loving note, text, email for no special reason from my loved one, or my partner and I hug.
I'm going to put the first one.
Yeah. I feel like we don't hug often.
Oh.
I mean, we do, but like, I don't know. It's just different, you know?
Yeah. Every relationship has its own like, way to function for sure. Yeah. I guess they all start with it's more meaningful to me when ...
Yeah.
I can spend alone time with my partner, just the two of us, or my partner does something practical to help me out. Practical is like an act of service.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like spending alone time.
Yeah, me too.
My partner gives me a little gift as a token of our love for each other, or I get to spend uninterrupted leisure time with my partner. I like little gifts.
I do like little gifts.
Yeah. And she used to like bring me flowers like once a week at least.
Really?
Which is crazy.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Flowers are kind of expensive too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then they would, you know how, I don't know if you know, but they're like, oh, if they live longer, they were given with more love. And like usually, I mean, I feel like flowers don't really last that long. Like pretty. And like hers would literally last like 3 weeks.
Oh my god!
And like still like in a good like prime state.
Mine, I do not water the ones I give. Last like 50 minutes.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's crazy. But I like little gifts. That's for me.
I think the word uninterrupted in this is very interesting given the times we're in because like. I don't know if phones necessarily count as. I don't really mind if we're checking our phones or whatever because I think specifically with me like my work revolves like I'm on call whatever but I think like to just have that like true one-on-one time is a step above like even just having phones involved like
for sure
it's really nice. I'm gonna put that because like if he gave me a little gift unless I don't know if he had like a fucking calling with it but I feel like he did this for me more than him whereas I feel like we both enjoy uninterrupted alone time. My partner unexpectedly does something for me like filling my car or doing the laundry. Filling my car is funny for no reason. Like spraying gas in the back seat, lighting on fire. Or my partner and I touch. I'm gonna put the first one. Oh really? That's interesting. Okay, go ahead.
My partner puts their arm around me when we're in public, or my partner surprises me with a gift. I like the arm around in public.
This one's a little bit of a toughie. Yeah, I'll do the arm around in public. I'm around my partner even if we're not really doing anything, or I hold hands with my partner. Definitely the first one.
I don't know. I'll do the first one. No, I like holding hands. My partner gives me a gift or I hear I love you from my partner.
Second one for sure.
Yeah.
I sit close to my partner or I am complimented by my loved one for no apparent reason. Sitting close is Oh my god, I was about to kind of like roast it. Oh my god.
Shit.
I'm like,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
I guess like that is quality time though.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I like the little like random compliment idea.
It makes me feel good, but I don't know. If it was between those two, I feel like sitting close to me is better.
Mm-hmm. I get the chance to just hang out with my partner. Hang out is in quotes for those of you listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, iHeartRadio. I unexpectedly get small gifts from my partner. That's the other one.
I'll do the hangout, quote unquote.
A lot of these are like this or you get a gift.
Yeah, literally. I hear my partner tell me I'm proud of you, or my partner helps me out with a task.
Oh, this one's another toughie.
Honestly, I like doing things alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't really like getting help from people.
Noted.
Yeah. No, like
I'm never getting you a coffee again.
No, like if it's like, I don't know. I feel like tasks, like I like grocery shopping alone. I like going to get my gas alone. I like building stuff alone. Like I like cooking alone. I don't really like people around me when I like do those things for some reason.
Maybe there's an element of like when you look back on the task once it's done, you're like, oh, I did that. Like all by myself.
Yeah. I think I'm too proud to let people help me. I think that's my problem. So I'll pick the first one that I'm proud of you.
I'm going to do that helps me with the task because I feel like that implies also quality time.
Yeah.
So
I get to do things with my partner, or I hear supportive words from my partner.
Do things.
Yeah.
It's interesting that like, I feel like on at least a couple of these, my mind has gone to like, oh, I want to choose this one because it's like something we both enjoy rather than like, oh, this is something that I would like because I don't know. I feel like that's another one of those things where like you kind of understand it once you're in a relationship. Like the whole someone can get physically more attractive when you have an emotional bond with them. It's kind of like that, which that was always so interesting to me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
Wow. Like you can like before you meet someone in person, like you could look at their pictures and be like, oh, they're really my type or not really my type.
Yeah.
But like
then you meet them, they're hot.
Yeah. Like in like stuff you think mattered like doesn't. It just kind of like blows out the window. My partner does things for me instead of just talking about doing nice things. Or I feel connected with my partner through a hug. Definitely the first one for me.
Again, I'm just too proud to let people do things for me.
But like a nice thing, like a gift or something. Because that's not something you can really do on your own. But I guess nice things, like a lot of the times it is helping out with something you could have done on your own.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the hug for me.
Interesting. Yeah. We're definitely going to get different answers for sure.
I hear praise from my partner, or my partner gives me something that shows they're really thinking about. Oh my God. Anyways.
From the top.
Yep. My partner gives me something that shows that they were really thinking about me. The second one.
Yeah. I feel like most people would choose the second one.
Yeah.
I'm able to just be around my partner, or I get a back rub or massage from my partner.
Ooh. Back rub.
You're both require being around each other.
Yeah.
Can't really like, oh, I'll text you a massage right now. Check your snap.
God.
I'll put back rub or massage.
I like that. My partner reacts positively to something I've accomplished, or my partner does something for me that I know that they don't particularly enjoy.
First one. It goes back to what I was saying.
I think the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you feel like it's like a kind of a sacrifice for you.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. That is another way to think about it. My partner and I kiss frequently. I sense my partner is showing interest in the things I care about. Second one.
That was a hard one for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I love me a good kiss.
Me too, don't get me wrong.
But I also love when she's like, when I'm like talking about it, she's like, oh, really? And then I would just like, even like just saying that, letting me go on about it.
Yeah.
Or like asking me like, oh, how's that? Or like, you know, I feel like that. I love talking So
We should start a podcast.
yeah, I think we should. I'm gonna choose the second one, the showing interest in the things I care about. My partner works on oh my god, I cannot read.
You're fine.
Anyways, this is giving me flashbacks
Sound
to
it
like second grade when like the
Second
popcorn
grade.
reading.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
The
Please don't pick me.
cat.
Like the most easy words.
Yeah.
The cat in the hat.
Oh my god, no, because even like in middle school when we were reading like books and they would like make me read out loud, I was like, there's no fucking way. And it got worse when I was in like Spanish for Spanish speakers and we had to read in Spanish. Oh my god.
We went to dinner with a couple people. This was recently, and like it got brought up that Fern is a big reader, and so was this person's husband. And they were talking about like loaning books to Fern for him to read because this person's like they have a high profile job, whatever. But yeah, so we were like oh my god, it was so fucking funny. Like I was joking with their daughter about like the books that they, because like it was supposed to be like books that like made them be a big leader, like got them to this like good position in the workforce. And I was like talking about like Fly Guy, Magic Tree House, and Fern was like I Spy.
My partner works on special projects with me that I have to complete, or my partner gives me an exciting gift.
I'm gonna do the first one again.
No, I'm gonna do the gift.
Does Rachel like gift giving?
Yeah, she loves it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
a difference between Fern and her.
Yeah.
I'm complimented by my partner on my appearance, or my partner takes the time to listen to me and really understand my feelings.
The second one.
Yeah, second one.
My partner and I share non-sexual touch in public.
I would hope so.
Like,
whoa,
like
this
whoa,
is Chuck
those
E.
are
Cheese's.
big.
How many tickets did that cost? Jesus.
Or my partner offers to run errands with me.
For me.
For me.
So it'd be like without you.
Yeah. I'll do the first one. I love me some good PDA.
Yeah, I like the first one.
Yeah.
Because there's no quality time in the second one. It's like, okay, bye. Like, why can't I go?
Yeah, literally. Like, what?
Ralph's. Oh, these are long.
Good thing you got them.
Oh, I got them.
Yeah.
My partner does a bit more. Oh my God, he says that a lot. He says a bit. That's like one of his phrases. My partner does a bit more than their normal share of the responsibilities we share around the house, work related, etc. Or I get a gift that I know my partner put thought into choosing. First one.
Yeah, for sure. My partner doesn't check their phone while we're talking, or my partner goes out of their way to do something that relieves pressure on me.
While we're talking. I think that's big keywords there.
Yeah. I don't know, because I hate like I'll be like talking to her in the car and she'll be like texting like her coworker or something, and I ask her something and she's just like, and I'm like, hello?
Yeah, I've had that happen.
And I'm just like, she's like, oh, sorry. Doesn't say anything. And I'm like, are you going to answer my question? She's like,
I quizzed him last week.
Really?
I was like, what did I say? And he got it wrong. And I was like,
He
wanted me to retell the story. And I was like, no, I'm not in the mood anymore.
Yeah. She does that to me all the time. Mm-hmm. Because I can't focus on like 1,000 different things, and I'll be like on TikTok and she'll be talking to me. And then this is over FaceTime, by the way. And she'll be like, hello? I'll be like, oh, what? And she was like, what did I just say? I was like, I don't know.
I feel like I have a family member that did the same thing. I feel like it might stem from that. And he does say he can multitask well, which I do believe. I don't think he'd say that if he was lying.
Yeah.
But
weird thing to lie about.
I do think there's like just more of a tendency to not be. I think you're just less engaged in the conversation.
No, yeah, for
on
sure.
average or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think that was proven and you can tell when like he felt guilty, and that's why he was like, oh, like I'm ready to listen now, and I was like, I'm just not in the mood anymore.
Yeah. I'll do the
These
first
are kind
one.
of like, yeah, I'll do the first one. I think that's kind of like hopefully just a given most of the time,
hopefully.
though. Like, unless like they were already on their phone and like you started talking.
Mm-hmm. I can look forward to holidays because of a gift I anticipate receiving, or I hear the words "I appreciate you" from my partner.
Second one.
Well, I did the first
For
one.
sure. That is so interesting.
Yeah.
We're like opposite.
Well, just because like I know that she knows me so well that she'll get me something that I will be super excited for. Because I already know one of my Valentine's Day gifts, and I'm so excited to get it. I like.
Can you say it?
Yeah, I got a Lego set of the Starry Night.
Oh.
Yeah, and I've been wanting it for so long. It's been out for a while.
And you guys can do that together too.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
And so like it's literally just on her like floor in her room, and then every time I go in there I see it, and I'm just like, you need to hide that, because every time I get in here like it makes me anxious to receive it like now.
Oh.
And she's like, oh, okay, but she just still leaves it out there.
Yeah,
but
that FaceTime I tried to do with you yesterday, that was a haul for the Valentine's Day gifts I got
Oh,
him.
really?
And I'll show you after, but
Okay.
I hid them in my closet.
Yeah, because I was driving to San Diego, so I was
my God.
oh, yeah.
I was in San Diego.
Oh, really?
Probably past each other.
So yeah, I picked the first one.
What did I choose? Oh, I chose the second one. Okay. My partner brings me a little gift after they've been traveling without me.
That's so cute.
My partner takes care of something I'm responsible to do, but I feel too stressed to do at the time.
That was kind of hard, actually.
I'm gonna do the second one.
I like the first one just because I know that like she was thinking about me the whole entire time
that's a good
on the
point.
like she was like, oh, I'll get this for her.
Yeah, at least she was thinking about you at the gift shop.
Yeah.
You're like the whole time.
Okay. My partner doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking. Definitely
Also,
not you.
I do have a little bit of an issue with
Yeah,
that,
we
or a
know.
lot of it. I'm a very big interrupter, unfortunately. So thank you for dealing with that, Fern.
And the second one is gift giving is an important part of our relationship. I don't really care if someone interrupts me.
I was just thinking that. Like, I feel
You
like
do it all the
sometimes
time to me. So.
it is a part. I'm like, no, I don't. I feel like sometimes it's a natural part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Like it just comes up and you're like, before I forget.
Yeah, because
That's what
I
I
don't want to
do.
forget my fucking point either.
Yeah. But also, I don't think gift giving is super important in my relationship either.
Yeah.
So neither of these. Just skip it. Let's see.
I'm gonna do the first one.
Yeah, because I feel like the other one's too materialistic to me. I don't know.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll just do the first one. That one was kind of weird.
Yeah.
My partner helps me out when they know I'm already tired, or I get to go somewhere while spending time with my partner. First
I like
one.
the second one.
Oh my God. That is so interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess I do that a lot with her. Like, even if I'm going out with my family, I'm like, oh, can Rachel come? And like,
I do like stuff like that. Like, like if it's, again, what we were talking about earlier, like very just like quote unquote boring everyday tasks. They're less boring if I like have a little buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, like
even with my friends, like with Miranda, she used to be like, oh, like I want to go find shoes. Like, do you want to come with me? I'm like, sure. And she lived down the street, so she just had to turn the corner and she was there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I like doing that in general with anybody.
Running fucking errands is like, like it's fine to do alone, I guess, but like,
yeah,
it's also fine to do with somebody.
Yeah. I think it's my turn, right?
I'm gonna do the first one. Ooh, steamy.
I know. My partner and I are physically intimate, or my partner gives me a little gift that they picked up in the course of their normal day.
First one.
Yeah, for sure. Between those two.
My partner says something encouraging to me, or I get to spend time in a shared activity or hobby with my partner.
Second one.
Yeah, second one.
My partner surprises me with a small token of their appreciation, or my partner and I touch a lot during the normal course of the day.
Some of the like ways these are worded are so funny.
It's so weird. But
like
I picked the second one.
non-sexual in public. Like they have to put that.
Like what? What are you doing?
Banging on the bus.
Yeah. I'll go with the second one.
Yeah, I like the second one too.
I like touch.
Me too. My partner helps me out, especially if I know they're already busy. I kind of don't like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I'm just like, I feel like I'm a burden to them. They're like, now you're slowing down your day to do something for me.
Yeah, I'm like, if you have time, help me out. But like, if you don't, don't.
Yeah. Literally.
Or I hear my partner specifically tell me, I appreciate you. The second one.
Yeah. I don't like the first one.
Yeah, fuck the first one. Fuck this whole quiz.
My partner and I embrace after we've been apart for a while.
Aww.
Or I hear my partner say how much I mean to them.
Oh.
Again, I go with the first one.
The second one. Oh my god, that was the last question.
Whoa.
What did you get?
I got physical touch as 37%, quality time 30%, receiving gifts 17%.
Mine are quality time 33%. These are in order, which I'm assuming you do the same thing. Words of affirmation 23%. Oh, tied with acts of service at 23%.
Oh wow.
Physical touch 17%, leaving a mere 3% for receiving gifts.
Oh my god.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think that, you know, like once we started the quiz, it was just the mindset of it. Like I was like, oh, like would he like to do that? I'm like, he's not big on giving gifts, so like I wouldn't want him to be like obligated to do that. Mm-hmm. Oh, it says it has a little description too.
Should we read it?
Yeah, go ahead and read yours.
God. This
popcorn reading Melisa.
Yeah. This love language isn't all about the bedroom. A person whose primary love language is physical touch is not surprisingly very touchy.
Wait, what? Oh, I see. Huh? Like you're touchy, but it's not surprising.
Oh, okay.
Not like you're not touchy.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I got confused too.
Yeah. Okay. Hugs, pats on the back, holding hands, and thoughtful touches on the arm, shoulder, or face. They can all be ways to show excitement, concern, care, and love. Physical presence and accessibility are crucial.
Accessibility?
Yeah, that's what it says.
That's an interesting, like, who wrote this?
I have no idea. Are crucial, while neglect and abuse can be unforgiving and destructive.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll go for anybody.
Yeah.
My love language is neglect and abuse.
Physical touch fosters a sense of security and belonging in any relationship. That's the end of mine. Yeah.
Mine said, there's an arrow. What is that?
I think it switches to the next one.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. For quality time, again, that's my top one. What was your top one again?
Physical touch.
Physical touch. Okay. Oh, right. Because you just
yeah
read a novel about physical touch. In the vernacular of quality time, nothing says I love you like full undivided attention. Being there for this type of person is critical, but really being there with the TV off, fork and knife down, and all chores and tasks on standby makes your significant other feel truly special and loved. Distractions, postponed dates, he's really good about not postponing anything, or the failure to listen can be especially hurtful. The love language of quality time also means sharing quality conversation and quality activities. Aw.
That's cute.
That is cute. Let's go through and compare. So what did you get for quality time? I got 33.
I got 30.
30?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's really close, but...
Words of affirmation, I got 23.
I got 10% on that one.
Acts of service, 23.
7.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Physical touch, 17 for me.
Mine's 37.
37. Interesting. And receiving gifts for me was 3.
Yeah, mine was 17.
17. That's also a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you think about your results?
I think it's pretty accurate. I think, I mean, I don't know. I always I think in any relationship, I think more so in this relationship because she's very much of a physical touch person too, but it's very much like received and like, you know, so it
kind of helped you discover that side of it.
Yeah. And like it says, like it's necessarily not always like super sexual or anything. It's like, I like when she puts her hand on my shoulder. I like when she holds my hand, or like when we're walking, we interlock arms. Like
you guys like That's where we heard it from you guys, of the interlocking arms.
Yeah.
Because we even talked about that in one of the tester episodes for Grain of Salt. And it was like, I had never heard of that. I was like, you guys locked arms? Like, and then we tried it and it was good.
Yeah. It's just annoying sometimes when you're like not walking on the same foot and you're like clashing into each other.
Yeah. You're like, your elbow is, I have an elbow sized hole in my stomach now.
Yeah, literally. So I'm just like, I have to make sure I step on the right spots.
Yeah. I've noticed a couple times when we're walking, like we'll be doing the like same exact like foot at the same time. And I'm like, oh, I guess that like just naturally happens when you're walking with somebody.
Yeah, because even if you're just walking next to someone and you're kind of close, like you'll literally keep clashing into each other. I'm just like, I'd rather just step on the same foot. But yeah, it doesn't really, the quality time kind of surprises me because I feel like I like my alone time, but I guess I do like in general spend a lot of time with her. So
just living life in conjunction.
Yeah.
Conjunction junction. What's your function? Yeah, I think it's I don't know. It's at least fairly accurate because like I don't really give a huge fuck about like distractions, but I will say when there's no distractions, it's
even better.
It's definitely even better.
Yeah.
And I think they're like, it should happen often where there's no distractions.
Yeah.
And as far as the failure to listen, I think he's a good listener. I think everyone has their moments where they like get distracted.
Yeah.
And quality conversation and quality activities. Yeah. I like those. We're going to continue with a segment we've been doing for the past couple episodes where we talk about media we have been consuming this week. That can be a song, a show, a movie, a podcast, anything of the sort. I'm sure you guys know what media is. That was a really unnecessary explanation on my part. So what is yours this week, Melisa Estrada?
For my song, it is, I honestly don't know how to pronounce this. How would you pronounce that? The second one.
The second one? Are those even letters? Oh, there's cracks in your screen.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Tinnitus.
Tinnitus. Wanna Be a Rock by TXT. They just released a new album.
Is that another K-pop group?
Yeah.
Text.
Yeah. It's Tomorrow by Together.
Oh.
But like just short is TXT because who the fuck wants to say Tomorrow by Together?
Yeah. Tomorrow by Together. Tinnitus. We want to be a rock star.
And then I have a show. I've been watching Attack on Titan. It's an anime.
Oh my god, Fern watches that.
Yeah, everybody has like watched it about 30 times already by now because it's kind of old. And they're coming out with like a new season, I guess, soon. But yeah.
I was not a fan. Sorry to bring it to you.
But yeah, I don't know. I've just been watching that. I know people are annoying about it, but I just watch it. Just whatever.
And you like how many are you like in deep or?
Yeah, I think not super deep. I'm in the second season. There's like 8. Honestly, I don't really know.
You're making good progress.
Yeah.
How many episodes per season?
I have no idea. I'm on like 30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they're just like 30, 20-minute episodes?
Yeah, I think they're like 20. They're all really short.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's a really good show. I like it a lot.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Mine is Say It featuring Tuvlo. It's a song. Have you heard it? I don't know if I can play it because it'll copyright, but it's
8 seconds.
Flume Tuv. Did you say 10 seconds?
8 seconds.
Oh yeah. Flume Tuvlo Skin. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. Say It featuring Tuvlo. Tuvelu. And I guess it's by Flume. So I've never heard of Flume otherwise, but Fern introduced me to that song. And I've heard it before, but
awesome.
Now I'm obsessed with it again. So
Yay.
That's the only one. There's Alejandro by Lady Gaga, loving that this week, and Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding.
Oh,
and Alejandro, the song has Fernando's name in it.
Oh yeah.
Fernando.
That's so funny.
So that is going to do it for episode number numero trace. Sorry, I'm still working on the Spanish, guys. Of Grain of Salt. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening. Thank you guys for watching or listening. We will see you next Thursday as always. I might come up with a certain time to post, and so like it can be more like even more down to the minute consistent. But yeah. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you then. Happy Valentine's Day early. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Happy Black History Month. Happy February.
What else is in February? That's it, right?
I guess there's like National Make a Friend Day, National Cookie Day. Those are all fucking bullshit like holidays that people come up with. Like buy the license on like the internet and you can just like have a holiday.
Yeah.
So happy Grain of Salt Day, guys.
Yay!
We'll buy a license. Bye.
Adios.